Although the snow may be fun for some, that may not be the case for the city DPW, as they need to prepare for an average snowfall of 137 inches in Oswego. And with the water levels expected to continue rising over the course of the next 2 weeks, Mayor Barlow says the city has already begun blocking off areas expected to be most affected by the flooding, including this walkway off of West 1st Street. Fans looking to come out for the Super Dirt Week festivities can expect the majority of these seats to be filled, with tickets being sold in 18 different states and 3 different countries, a fact that affects more than just the event itself. In just a few months, the Good Guys Barber Shop will be moving from the back of Canal Commons to the front, adding 4 more barber chairs in hopes of reducing the wait time. Just 2 years removed from a major flooding event, the city of Oswego may soon experience something similar.
We're already seeing and feeling the negative impacts.
With increased rainfall and reduced outflows, Oswego Mayor Billy Barlow says the city has already been impacted.
So we've had engineers identify about $7 million worth of damage so far citywide, and that's just to city-owned property. And it's frustrating for us because we're doing city improvement projects to capitalize on our waterfront and at the same time having to deal with mitigating damage negatively impacting our waterfront. And with the water levels expected to continue rising over the course of the next 2 weeks, Mayor Barlow says the city has already begun blocking off areas expected to be most affected by the flooding, including this walkway off of West 1st Street.
The city's really trying to do a lot.
Gary Buskey has lived in Oswego his entire life. He says the city needs to find a permanent solution.
You got to maintain it. That's just a part of it too. Once you fix it, you got to maintain it.
What we do have going on is waiting for some money from FEMA, which is expected to arrive in August, about $2.5 million, to help actually build some of our infrastructure so it's not as susceptible to this sort of damage.
For the time being, Mayor Barlow urges residents to bear with the city as it continues to prepare for the expected flooding. Seth Prevratil, Oswego Now. It's an annual event that's been held every year since 1972. For the 3rd time since 2016, Super Dirt Week is back at Oswego Speedway.
It is the Super Bowl of dirt car modified racing.
Jeff Hochman is the director of events for Super Dirt Week. He says his staff brings in over 500 loads of clay to turn the Steel Palace into the Clay Palace.
This is my vacation, and I just want to come here, have a good time, watch some good racing.
Mike King has been to every Super Dirt Week since it began. The event is expected to attract nearly 35,000 people.
It's amazing. We're sold out of the camping spots. We're up 10% in tickets.
Fans looking to come out for the Super Dirt Week festivities can expect the majority of these seats to be filled, with tickets being sold in 18 different states and 3 different countries, a fact that affects more than just the event itself. In fact, Super Dirt Week is projected to have nearly a $12 million impact on the city of Oswego, with most of the money coming from the pockets of out-of-town fans.
They're going to the Oswego sub shops of the world, Garofalo's and Wade's Diner, and all those great places to eat. Hotels are filled.
Kristen Kenny is the front office and group sales manager for the Quality Inn and Suites. She says this is one of the busiest weeks of the year for the hotel.
It's a positive impact pretty much Monday through the following Sunday, but the highest level of impact's definitely on the weekend.
With the weekend providing the main events, including the Billy Whitaker Cars 200 on Sunday.
The electricity in the air, the support from the city, we got all the elements to be an amazing event this year.
With over 800 camping spots filled, Super Dirt Week looks to once again be racing's biggest party. Seth Prevratil, Oswego Now. Campus clubs at SUNY Oswego regularly set up in the Marano Campus Center to interact with students.
We put in a request to get that table over 2 weeks ago.
A table with a sign that read, "Build the Wall." Young Americans for Freedom Chair Tyler Toomey says the goal was to promote political discussions among opposing views.
We had great discussions and dialogues, and they left the table, we left the table. I think we both learned something from each other.
But some people did not see it that way, lashing out against the group after a picture of the table was posted on Twitter.
People started threatening to shoot us, jump us, speed us up, grease us.
Threats that have been investigated by university police.
UP should investigate.
Connor Brees is president of the College Democrats at SUNY Oswego, one of the many organizations that has reached out to YAF in support of free speech.
It's still important that students aren't being threatened, and it's still important that we are creating a space for students to come forward with these issues and have conversations.
Hopefully people that don't agree with us can really come to our next event and discuss with us in person civilly, where they disagree and where we can find common ground together.
Toomey says this will not be the last time YAF tables in the campus center. Seth Prevratil, Oswego Now.